Hello and welcome to another episode of Everyday Geek. I'm your host Dave, and we're really going to be doing a continuation of our last episode about reboots and Hollywood. I recently saw a list of reboots being made, either currently being made or going to be made coming up. Some of them are, and this is no order, but here we go. You ready, AJ?
All set.
Okay. First off, Miss Doubtfire and Jumanji are going to be remade.
God,
Now, honestly, how do you touch a Robin Williams film? I mean, Miss Doubtfire is an hilarious, good movie that is iconic with Robin Williams. Who's going to replace him? Zac Efron? I mean, come on. I mean, seriously. I mean, AJ, what are your thoughts of Miss Doubtfire and or Jumanji being remade?
Yeah, I definitely see Jumanji, but Mrs. Doubtfire, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Yeah, Jumanji maybe, you're right. National Lampoon's Vacation, actually what I've heard and what I've read, is actually in the process of being rebooted with Ed Helms from The Office. I'm not sure anybody who else has been slated to be in that yet, but I don't know. I mean, I love the original National Lampoon, any of the vacations with Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo, and any range of kids that they use for those certain movies. Let's put it this way. If they're going to remake Vacation, whatever it is, what it is, they're going to do it. But please, please do not touch Christmas Vacation.
Yeah,
that is
that's really it.
A great movie, great holiday movie. A couple more are, we got Scarface, Weird Science, and The Goonies.
Goonies?
Now,
nah.
here we go. Goonies, thoughts, AJ?
No, I say leave it alone. Don't touch it.
I agree. Again, this is another movie that's iconic. You can't replace the actors that were in it. I don't see what the need is, honestly. Scarface, I mean, I don't even want to get into why I think this is absolutely ridiculous. Al Pacino, I mean, do I need to continue what I'm about to say? AJ, what are your thoughts on the Scarface possible remake?
No, I'm going to leave it alone.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Like I said, Weird Science. Now, I get that they've been redoing a lot of 80s movies, but Weird Science, I mean, maybe because I'm biased because I grew up in the 80s with that movie, and I love that movie. Anthony Michael Hall, Kelly LeBrock, it's where they make the woman. They go in their bedroom with a computer, they make a woman, and it's Kelly LeBrock back in the 80s when she was super hot. So, I mean, what kid wouldn't love that, but why does it need to be remade? I don't know. Maybe. Again, I'm lost for words because I don't understand Hollywood. I don't understand how they have billions and billions and billions of dollars, all these great directors and writers and everything, but they seem to just be redoing the same movies over and over again. Come on, come up with an original idea. There's tons of stuff out there you can do. There are books written every day. You can't come up with a new concept. Here's another one. Ready for this? The Naked Gun.
No.
All I want to say is Leslie Nielsen.
No.
How can that be replaced?
No.
Can't be. So those are some movies. We got some more. Cliffhanger to Sylvester Stallone. That's the only one where I go, maybe that could work out. Maybe get The Rock. That would be a good. Get The Rock in the Cliffhanger. That'd be cool. Cliffhanger was. I thought that movie was awesome. You had Sly Stallone, and wasn't it John Lithgow, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he the villain?
Yep.
Yeah, John Lithgow's great and everything. Recast him. Have The Rock. Boom. There you go. Cliffhanger remake. Now here are some other ones I don't agree with. We got Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and The Never Ending Story.
I could buy the second one, Never Ending Story. I could see that.
Can you?
Yeah, I could see that being remade.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, kids' movies are a little easier because, especially like, my daughter's 6, going to be 7. Those movies, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, she's watched, she likes it, but maybe those, they can grab their attention a little bit more, but a little bit more color and graphics and just a little more oomph to them. But, I don't know. I guess I'm just jaded because I grew up in that era. I don't like seeing my movies remade.
And they've had too many, Shrunk the Kids, Blew Up the Kids.
Yeah, Shrunk Ourselves. There's another one,
right,
Shrunk
yeah.
Ourselves. And then we got Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Now, I'm going to say I loved Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and I love Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I mean, Keanu Reeves, and what was the other guy? Alex Winters, I think his name was. And then you had the great late George Carlin was in those. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do them. I mean, they can remake that. That is something that could be remade. Maybe, throw Zac Efron and Kevin Hart in it, and get Will Ferrell to play, the George Carlin part. But
Will Ferrell.
I don't know. I love the originals. I don't want to see a remake of it. But again, and then there's Dirty Dancing, another one I saw. Which, I mean, nobody puts Baby in the corner. Why remake that movie? Why remake Dirty Dancing? Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey, I mean, right there. Boom. It was magic. I mean, I'm a dude. I love that movie. I love Dirty Dancing. The soundtrack I thought was great. The movie itself was great. I mean, yeah, okay, it was cheesy. You watch it now, but what's going to make it any uncheesy in 2015, 16 when they make it or whatever? So, and then these last four are the big ones. These are the ones that I have strong opinions about. I'm sure you will too. First one is it's already being remade. It's Stephen King's It. Now, I absolutely love Stephen King's It. I read the book. The book was great. The movie, I mean, Tim Curry was phenomenal. I mean, he's a great actor in general. But there is no way that someone could replace Tim Curry. No way. No. It's like when they tried to redo Nightmare on Elm Street. You can't replace Robert Englund. Nope. You can't replace Tim Curry. So, I don't know. I'm not a... Of course, I'm going to go see it. I'll see all these movies. That's the funny thing. I'm sitting here, I'll go see them all. I'll spend the, $25, $30 it costs for me to go see a movie. But, I love the original. What do you saw Stephen King's It, right?
Oh, absolutely. I say recast Tim Curry, bring in a new
there you
cast.
Go. Pennywise, baby.
The new individuals he's going to terrorize.
Yeah. I mean, John Ritter was in that. John Ritter. I mean, he was great. The judge, I forget his name, but the judge from Night Court. What was his name? That dude, I don't remember, but whatever. Then they got Flight of the Navigator, which was a Disney film. That one, Disney is always remaking stuff. Flight of the Navigator, though, I remember as a kid. I love the original. It's probably due for a remake, but, like I said, I'm jaded in a lot of these, so the original is the one that I sit with all the time. Then we got Gremlins. Why remake Gremlins? Why not just do a third one? Why do you have to remake it? And I mean, the computers are going to take over that movie. It's not going to be that I mean, Gizmo and the Gremlins and the first, and I love the second one. I thought the second one was great. But they're going to look too computerized. That's my personal opinion. What do you think of the Gremlins remake?
I think they should continue with the story instead of taking it and making a new reboot. Continue the story.
See, agreeing with me. He's a smart man. And then we got The Crow. Why remake The Crow? You want to do another one of those stupid adaptations they did after Brandon Lee was killed and they couldn't go on with him? Fine, do that because those are all garbage. But The Crow is iconic. The Crow, I love The Crow. I saw it in the movies when it came out. I think it was like 93, 94, something like that. That movie was great. He was great. It was just a dark movie that like you watch and you go, you feel for the guy. I mean, what happens to him. And I mean, I don't know why they have to redo it. And Brandon Lee was great. Let his last role live on. Why redo it now with, I don't know, who can we throw in there? Matthew McConaughey. All right, I'm the Crow. I don't know. Those are some remakes that are coming up in the next couple of years that I've read and seen online and everything. Now I had AJ think also, we came up with the 5 movies that we feel should never ever be remade. And we all know they're going to be eventually. But these are the 5 that we think we shouldn't. Now AJ, what was your 5th? Ranking down 5 to 1, 1 being the absolute movie that you never ever want to see remade. What was your 5? Go.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Harry and the Hendersons. Wow, okay. Well, that was out there. All right. But that's good. No, that was a good movie. John Lithgow again. I love that guy. He's a great actor. My number 5, and I know it's a little cheap. I did a 2-way tie. Predator and Commando.
Oh, yeah.
2 Schwarzenegger flicks in the 80s that were awesome. I mean, whenever Commando is on TV, guess what? My remote stops and I watch it. Predator, I mean, fantastic. They want to remake Predator? Remake Predator 2, because that sucked. Keep Predator alone. That's it. Anything with Schwarzenegger, really, just leave alone. Number 4, what was yours?
Fight Club.
Fight Club. Okay, believe it or not, I've never seen that.
Really? No,
of course I know what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you wait 20 years to watch a movie. But I've never seen that. But yeah, no, that's a Brad Pitt and Edward Norton. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, one of a kind.
Why bother?
That's all you need.
Hollywood's not clamoring for a remake of that. Yeah.
Again,
a little cheap again, but I went with anything Mel Brooks. Spaceballs, Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, Robin Hood, Men in Tights, silent movie. Anything from Mel Brooks should never ever be touched. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to go to number 3 because I have nothing else to say about Mel Brooks. Everybody knows. Next, what's your 3rd?
Alien.
That's a good one. They're coming out with a new one. And it's going to be Sigourney Weaver.
Good. Keep on the story.
She says something on Fallon. He asked her and she kind of left it open like, it could be coming. I mean, she's really got nothing else going on. I mean, but it'd be good for her. No, but that's a good one. My 3rd was The Jerk. I mean, Steve Martin at his all-time best. I love that movie. I mean, as soon as it starts, I was born a poor black kid, and it's a white guy. I mean, as soon as that, I mean, that movie is just hilarious, non-stop hilarity. I love it, and Steve Martin is great. What's your number 2?
I got Taxi Driver.
Okay, De Niro. That's a good one. I didn't even think about that one. That's good.
Iconic, historic. Keep it that way.
Yeah. Well, mine was my favorite movie. Now, people go, why did it make number 1? Because there has been a remake of it on TV. But mine is The Shining. As you can tell by my shirt, I am a huge Shining fan. Jack Nicholson, I'm a huge fan in general. He is fantastic. Shelley Duvall was great in it. Yeah, Scatman Crothers as the in-taker guy, the guy that takes care of it. That movie is phenomenal. It's great. I've read the book. I personally like the movie a little bit better than the book. I thought the book was a little out there. I know Stephen King is not a huge fan of the movie. He didn't like it because Stanley Kubrick took a lot of liberties with that movie, but that's a movie that can't be remade. And then we'll get down to our last ones, and we'll wrap this one up. What's your number 1?
I'm going to say Jaws.
That's a good one. You see, I have it right back here. Jaws, because that was when it was contemplated. It was on my bubble. Yeah. It was on my bubble, but Jaws is definitely one that can't be remade. But that Jaws was just great. Like when it just slops itself up on the boat, it's like, nah. You know, it was just like fantastic stuff. That was a great movie. That's a good one. That's a good number 1. My number 1 is Back to the Future.
Definitely. 1, 2,
3 was okay, but don't touch any of them. Back to the Future. It's Michael J. Fox. It's Christopher Lloyd. Leave It Alone. Great movie. That's another episode of Everyday Geek, and we'll catch you on the next one. Adios.